It started as a calm morning. Then, chaos erupted. Breaking news. Multiple anti-ship ballistic missiles launched from mainland China are inbound toward a U.S. carrier strike group in the Philippine Sea. The words flashed across screens in operations centers and living rooms. Radar operators leaned forward, eyes fixed on hostile tracks racing across their displays. On board the carrier, alarms blared. Commanders sprinted to decision stations. Every second counted. The fleet braced as hypersonic shapes arced toward them at blistering speeds. Orders were shouted, defenses spun up, and sailors prepared for impact with mere minutes to spare. This was no drill. It was modern naval warfare, where the old comfort of distance had vanished. In the Western Pacific, distance itself had become a weapon, one that could decide the fate of fleets before the first missile even landed. For centuries, distance was a shield. Oceans protected nations, stretching the time leaders had to act. But now, in the age of precision missiles, distance is a threat. Every kilometer lost is a second loss to decision. In the Western Pacific, distance is no longer just geography. It's a weapon. Old naval power was easy to measure. Count the ships, add up their weight. Tonnage ruled the waves. The world's best navies prided themselves on big carriers and blue water doctrine. Open ocean battles favored maneuver, not just firepower. That era is fading. In the compressed battle space of East Asia, timelines matter more than tonnage. A billion-dollar ship is vulnerable if it cannot react in time. Missiles that fly hundreds of miles in minutes erase the advantage of size. Even the most powerful navy risks being caught flat-footed against a well-placed, well-timed strike. Now, power is about seconds. It is about who can see first, shoot first, and move first. The Western Pacific's tight geography and long-range missiles mean the rules of naval strength have changed. In this new world, timelines, measured in minutes, not days, are what count most. The Western Pacific is a maze. The first island chain stretches from Japan, through Taiwan and the Philippines, down to Borneo. These islands form natural barriers, squeezing fleets into narrow spaces. Open ocean doctrine, designed for vast seas, struggles here. Every strait, channel, and bay is a potential trap. For U.S. and allied navies, options shrink the closer they come to China. Chinese missiles can cover most of the seas between the mainland and the island chain. Even the largest ships run out of maneuvering room. Geography turns into a cage, fencing ships into predictable lanes. Enemy sensors and missile batteries dot the coastline and islands. There is nowhere to hide. Every move is watched, every course plotted. In these waters, the old freedom of maneuver no longer exists. Instead, the geography compresses risk, forcing fleets into a deadly chess game where every square is contested. China's DF-21D, DF-26, and YJ-18 missiles prove distance equals danger. The DF-21D can strike ships over 1,500 kilometers away, while the DF-26 reaches even farther. The YJ-18 hugs the sea, then sprints supersonic in its final attack. In this new era, distance is measured in minutes, sometimes seconds, of life or death. Numbers tell the story. A missile traveling at Mach 10, roughly 3,400 meters per second, covers 1,000 kilometers in less than 5 minutes. If a fleet is stationed 500 kilometers from the Chinese coast, that time is cut in half. Every kilometer closer means seconds shaved off the clock. Detection is not instant. Radar and satellites might spot a launch after 30 seconds. It takes time to confirm, to warn, and to decide. Orders must be relayed, defenses activated, and decoys launched. The entire loop, from detection to action, used to take hours. Now, it's 10 minutes or less. The math is brutal. At these speeds, a delay of even 1 minute can mean the difference between safety and catastrophe. The Western Pacific's geography ensures that the distance to the enemy is never enough. Decision-makers live in a world measured in shrinking minutes. Modern sensors are everywhere. Satellites peer down from orbit. Drones and radar stations blanket the coasts and islands. China's networks can spot a warship almost as soon as it enters the Western Pacific. Once a ship is detected, the kill chain begins. This chain links sensors to shooters, radar detects, computers analyze, commanders decide, missiles launch. In the past, this process took hours. Now, advanced networks cut that time to minutes. Artificial intelligence and automation mean that the decision to fire can be made almost instantly. There is little room for error. A single mistake or slowdown can doom a billion-dollar ship. For commanders, the pressure is intense. Every second lost to indecision could be fatal. In this compressed battle space, even the calmest leader must act at lightning speed. Missile defense is a game of numbers and costs. Interceptors like the SM-3 or SM-6 are expensive, often millions of dollars per shot. An attacking missile like the YJ-18 costs much less. China can launch massive salvos, overwhelming defenses with sheer volume. No system is perfect. Even if 90% of incoming missiles are stopped, just a few getting through can cripple a carrier group. Reloading missile defenses at sea is slow and risky. Every intercepted missile drains resources, while attackers can keep firing from the safety of land or hidden ships. This imbalance favors the attacker. Defending against waves of cheap attack missiles is costly and exhausting. For US and Allied fleets, every engagement is a gamble, one where the odds get worse the closer they operate to China's shores. Missiles aren't China's only weapon. Swarms of fishing boats, sometimes called the maritime militia, often operate in disputed waters. They gather intelligence, harass rivals, and sometimes block or ram naval vessels. Their presence adds confusion and risk. These civilian-looking boats are hard to track and even harder to confront. They can call in real-time data on ship locations. In a crisis, they might help target missiles or disrupt enemy maneuvers. Their sheer numbers create a fog of uncertainty around every fleet movement. Proximity increases the challenge. The closer fleets get to China, the thicker these swarms become. Decision-makers must distinguish between threats and bystanders in seconds. The maritime militia turns proximity and confusion into another weapon, further compressing timelines and raising the stakes. In the Western Pacific, the rules of naval warfare have changed. Distance is no longer a cushion. It is a weapon, sharp, unforgiving, and always pressing closer. Every kilometer nearer to China means less time to act, more risk to bear, and higher odds of disaster. Commanders must now fight on the clock. The old comfort of open oceans is gone. Instead, the geography, the missiles, the sensors, and the shadowy fleets all conspire to compress every timeline. Decisions that once took hours now happen in minutes, or not at all. In today's Western Pacific, distance governs everything. It shapes risk, rewrites doctrine, and transforms naval power. For every fleet, every captain, and every nation, the margins are thinner than ever. Out here, distance is not just measured in miles. It is measured in moments that decide the fate of war.